Howdy, howdy. This is Blue Otter, and today we are playing the case of the worst day ever. All right, now we have, looks like Grandma. Investigation number 9, the Great Bingo Brawl. Oh, wow, that is... No, this is egregious. We have a bingo, a case of bingo balls, bingo extreme rules. Players must make an X across their entire card to win. Put call numbers in the blue box to verify all marked numbers on winners' cards have been called. Any disputes settled by CNA lead. All right, we have B1, B31, B21, B7, O77, O74, B11, I23, B5, G50, and I18. Let's go look at the calendar before we start looking at this level of chaos. Looks like we've got Joe. We've got all those numbers. Joe L, Mapleton Assisted Living Visitor. I believe that's Joe Longford, I think. I'm coming, my sweet Gigi. We also have more of those. Let's see, we have You're Nothing But a Big Fat. Well, apparently he got the wrong card. Let's see, what do we have here? Maybe she needs her hearing checked. We have another card. I have never. See, I told you to check it. And we've got more cards. I would say we probably should cross-reference that between all the bingo cards that they're displaying and the ones that have been picked. Calm down, it's just a game. Clearly it's not. You're what? Okay, so we've got more bingo cards and a pair of hearing aids. So, huh? Okay, we have another pair of hearing aids and a card that has not been touched, probably because she's been asleep. All right, so we've got, I think I don't see any more diamonds on this one. So here we have 3 desks for the nurse stations, resident rules and regulations. Our top priorities are the care and comfort of our residents. In order to encourage peaceful living for all of our facilities, these rules and regulations must be followed by all. Our home is your home. We want Mapleton Assisted Living to feel like a true home. Please feel free to use all facilities during the hours of 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Respect the quiet hours of 8 p.m. to 7 a.m. The cafe, library, and rec room are closed after 8 p.m. Residents are encouraged to rest in their rooms until 7 a.m. Absolutely no cheating at games. We have zero tolerance policy for cheating. Any resident caught cheating will be banned from all rec room games and raffles for a minimum of 60 days. Library checkout logs required. Residents are free to check out as many books and or DVDs as they please, but they must use the library checkout log. No late fees. Keep emergency contacts updated. Residents can alert staff whenever an update is required. Otherwise, the CNA will check in monthly. So we have that. We also have, looks like a trash bin. If you want to keep my mouth shut, you'll do as I say. Enclosed are 2 identical cards. Keep the copy and give the original to the first resident to enter the rec room. Make sure this card is the winner tomorrow or else. I know what you've been doing. Did you really think no one would notice what was missing? I'll keep your dirty little secret under one condition. Make sure tomorrow's raffle winners are rooms 101 and 102 or else. All right. Jordan, I just wanted to put in a formal request for a chess club to be added to the rec room schedule. As the game leader, is that something you can make happen soon? I have recently taken an interest and would love to have people to practice with regularly. Regards, Mr. Fall. And we have a desk drawer with chippers, the chippiest chips around, now with more salt, corn cola, 2 corn colas, an oak bar, and a corn bar. That was just the first desk. Second desk. We have a cup of, what was it, a cup of black coffee. Couldn't put it down. Kathy Walsh, The Times. First, they begged, then they blackmailed. When Detective Harvey Poole agreed to look into a mysterious fight by the local dam, all clues led back to the secretive group known as the Boyfriends Club. Check out previous Detective Harvey Poole novels, Nothing to Lose and Switched at Birth. Promotional approves. Congratulations on your role as CNA lead. Increase of 12% has been granted. Appear on your next paycheck. This is 4/15/24. We also have a trash bin. Call CT request. Reason room change request was completed Tuesday morning. We're gonna go down to the bottom. Hi, my family's come to the hard decision that my father needs to enter assisted living. We were wondering if any rooms are currently available. Thanks in advance. Thank you for reaching out. We understand how difficult this transition can be, but rest assured that your father will be in great hands here. We play games, have clubs, and facilitate fun and relaxation. We will have one bed available as early as 4:15. Please call us and we'll assist you. Great, thanks. Sounds perfect. I will call when I get off work tonight. Now it's Jimmy L. Mapleton Botanical. Thank you, Botanical Gardens. Hi, I would be honored to donate 2-day passes to our gardens. As an added bonus, we can offer free lunch to one of our 3 on-site cafes. All 3 are wheelchair accessible. We can also accommodate any dietary restrictions your residents may have. Should we expect your winners on 5/10? Best wishes, Mapleton Botanical Gardens. Thank you so much. I know our lucky winners will enjoy a day out at your amazing garden. Yes, 5/10 works perfectly for us. Thanks again for your generosity. Carolita's Cake. Hey again, I just wanted to follow up with you about the gift cards. We would be thrilled to donate more for your bridge club. Is $10 a good amount? Could you send Mr. Everly to pick them up again? $10 would be great. Thank you so much. Tomorrow afternoon sounds great. And Colin Tink. Hello, I called earlier about my grandmother's room request. I just wanted to add that she's already found someone willing to switch with her, and I would greatly appreciate expediting this request. Thank you for reaching out with your request. Due to staffing issues, we have scheduled the room change for 5/6. We have provided your grandmother with earplugs to increase her comfort for the time being. We apologize and thank you for your patience and understanding. I'm sorry to be a bother, but my grandmother has not been able to sleep well for over a week now. I understand there are staffing issues, but she absolutely cannot wait until 5/6. I will have to contact the owner of the facility if this is not resolved by tomorrow. All right. Last station. We have a full bottle of water, some flowers. Ms. Gibbs, thank you so much for going to the extra mile to make our dad's transition comfortable. Calvin's family. We have some yarn. 420, try to get Allison Chester to try CPAP for the snoring. Both refused. 429, tried again. CPAP, both say they can't sleep with it on. Took machines back to storage. 430, advised Calvin to keep music down during quiet hours. First time offense. 51, fitted Geraldine with new hearing aid. I'm probably going to mispronounce names. All right, we have a library. We have a vintage rotary dial phone. Oof. I grew up with a rotary phone. Fountain pen, a vintage typewriter. Grew up with one of those too. Welcome to the Vintage Corner. Enjoy a blast from the past with our rotary dial phone, fountain pen, and classic typewriter. Relive the good old days of snail mail. Use the letter drop-off box to send mail to your fellow residents and even staff. Hand-delivered by our friendly CNAs each afternoon around 3 p.m. Please let staff know when ink, paper, or envelopes run out. So Mapleton Assisted Living Rec Room schedule. Bridge 4/26, 5 p.m. Partner up and get ready to play bridge. The winning team gets 2 $10 gift cards to Carlita's Cake House. Knitting 4/29, 4:30 p.m. Our very own Diane leads a beginner-friendly knitting class every Sunday, all supplies provided. Day pass raffle 4:30, 12 p.m. We're giving away 2 day passes to Mapleton Botanical Gardens with free luncheon included. All raffles done by room number. Bingo Extreme, 5/3, 6 p.m. Make an X on your card for a chance to win a $10 gift card to Applezuga. 1 round, 1 winner. And then we have over here, checkout log. Please place return books and DVD in basket. So Paul checked out Chess Essentials. Oh, C. Lane, Bridge a Primer. Paul, Chess Essentials. C. Longford, Call of the Wild. C. Lane, Les Miserables. Gretchen, Memoir of a Master. Ms. Wallace, Cowboys the Movie. Gretchen, Pride and Prejudice. C. Longford, Bridge a Primer. Ms. Wallace, Away with the Wind. And A. Campbell, Meditations. And now we have the rooms. We're going to go in numerical order. So here we have in room 101, we have Mapleton Botanical Gardens Day 1 Pass. Letter 1. Looking forward to our next game. I think that book I was telling you about gave me the edge. I crammed like a college student the night before. Ha ha ha. I've got a proposal for you. How would you like to have my gift card to Carlita's plus whatever prize we win next? I'll trade it with you for your day pass to the Botanical Gardens. I was really wanting to win that today. Give it some thought, CL. So we just need to analyze. So that came from CL. And here, hey girl, hope you're enjoying your new room. I'm loving mine. They say a change is as good as the rest, you know. But I guess you weren't getting much before. Since you kind of owe me one, I was wondering if you might be willing to part ways with the day pass you won today. I know the outdoors aren't really your thing. Let me know you know where to find me. We also have nightstand. We have up to 30 decibels quieter, an open pack of earplugs, and then we have tricycle playing carts instead of bicycle. All right, so that's 101. 102, we have a CPAP machine. There's a radio, a book. We have some corn cola, 2 grandpa tricycle playing cards. Dear Sugar, it's so sweet of you to not go without me, but I still can't believe her. So ungrateful. As for the other thing, I really need you to keep being discreet. It'd be one thing if Sam could keep a secret, but I know my kids would end up hearing about it, and I'm just not ready to deal with all that yet. I hope you understand, Sugar. Besides, it's fun to feel young again. How about you sneak over tonight around 9 p.m.? It'll be easier than ever now that we're neighbors. Forever yours, Gigi. P.S. Trust me, you're sharp as a tack. Hey, buddy. You're getting pretty good at bridge. Having a good partner is the key to success, as I'm sure you've noticed. Haha. My partner is serious about her games. Always first to the rec room and last to leave. Haha. I've got a proposal for you. What if I told you some of my bridge secrets and even partnered with you sometimes in exchange for that garden day pass that you won today? I really wanted to win that one. Let me know, CL. All right, so that's 102. 103, we have a CPAP machine and we have a trunk which has a box of chippers addressed to Dad, Honey Bun, and 2 letters and tricycle playing cards. Hey, Honey Bun, please don't think anything of it. My dearest one, I was just trying to be nice to poor old Gretchen. Some people can't take their hearing outs like we can. As for the new guy, you're more than enough for me, Honey Bun. Let's meet in the cafe around 8:30 p.m. Monday night, okay? I've been missing you too. Forever yours, Gigi. I thought everything was closed at like 7. Dear brother, you'll never get me to go near that awful machine, so give it up. The noise reminds me of my first job as a secretary, and I hated that job. Just be happy I'm sending you snail mail at all. Switching rooms has been great for this early bird, though. I have watched the sun rise every day this week from my window. I bet you're loving seeing the sunset for yours, your loving sister. All right, so this one, and there's another one on the other side that have a sister. All right, so 4, we have a knitted hat and a desk. We have Ode to Rose. My dearest Gigi, April 30th. Are you sure everything is okay between us? I mean, we were finally neighbors, but then you up and switched. You're breaking my heart here, Gigi. I hope you're not going to replace me with that new guy. I saw him making eyes at you. Let me know when you can meet me. It's been too long and I'm missing you badly. I wish your niece didn't work here. Then we could be together and that new guy would know to keep his distance. Yours truly, your honey bun. My sweet Gigi, can you believe it's going to be our 4-month anniversary next week. The 7th will be here before you know it. Time flies when you're in love. I'm planning a little something special for us. If it all goes according to plan, haha. You love always, your teddy bear. P.S. I'm still working on your scarf. So I was saying, it's like there's so much lore of like little tips and hints that go into this. Good news. I finally sending you snail mail. I hope you can read my handwriting because I refused to type on that ancient thing. Bad news. She said no to me, so I gave mine away. I really only wanted it if I could have alone time with you. I feel like a teenager again, all excited about my new girlfriend, but having to sneak around, never thought I'd have to do that again, lol. Don't you think it would be easier to just come out with it? I know it might be hard for your family at first. It was hard for my kids when I first started dating again too, but they came around. Love, Sugar. P.S. My colas stopped disappearing. Maybe I was just going senile. Lol. All right. That was 104. 105. We have a basket of knitting supplies. We have the other Mapleton Botanical Garden Pass, tricycle cards. Dear Teddy Bear, oh, what could the surprise be? I can't wait to find out. I wouldn't have wanted to spend these months with anyone else. You truly are my one and only. How about meeting me in my room after 9 p.m. on our anniversary? It's been too long since we've had some time to ourselves. Love always, Gigi. And then 106, we have Meditations, which I believe was a book that was checked out, which would give us that hint. Dear sis, all right, I surrender. I've been trying to catch that sunset every evening when there's no game going on. You know I can't miss the games. Sure is peaceful though. In other news, my son brought me my favorite chippers the other day, but I think that new guy might have helped himself to some. There's a bag or two missing, and I know you don't like them. I don't have proof, but I think he's just the type to take things that aren't his. Just wanted to state that for the record. Trust me, he's shady. Love, your bro. So we have corn bars, oat bars, and it's addressed to Auntie, or Auntie, however you wish to pronounce that. And that was 106. Was it? Oh no, I know what I was going to look for. If we go back over here to the library, person who was a camp pal. So I think this one, it gets a little tricky because you're looking at it and you're getting the letter and you're seeing who signed it, and you got to remember it's going to be the room of who it's addressed to. All right, so with that, I think we have all the words. So we can go through and figure this out. Now, what I'm going to be doing is it's going to involve going through back and looking at all of these into here, and then looking for context clues in all of the items in the room. And making who I think they are. Now, first off, we can put in Gretchen Tink. And then we have the 3 orderlies. Sam Wallace, Jordan Everly, who I believe is the one that just got the promotion. And then over here we have Diane Gibbs. Other ones we have. Geraldine Wallace. We have Joe Longford, who we saw earlier. And I believe he was, yeah, he's with over here. Because this is his dad, or grandfather, sorry. Calvin Longford. And here's our brother and sister, which are Paul Fall and Alice Campbell, which leaves the last name we have is Chester Lane. Now, who sleeps where? Again, this is going back and forth between all. We have... No, this one. Gretchen Tink, because I think they just got moved. Calvin has a CPAP, so that's why Gretchen had the headphones. Paul is now on the side that has the sunset, with Alice being on the side that has the sunrise, and that leaves Chester right there. All right. So now we have a lot of different stuff. So we have someone, something, did something to someone to ensure that he or she and someone else would... Okay, so easiest thing is we do... Because it looks like they're cheating. Someone cheated, but it's subterfuge. So someone blackmailed Jordan. And if we look on here, the two people that have the most, they're in the center of the fighting, is between Gretchen and here. Because remember, just like with Thumper, it's all about Gretchen. So what happened to Gretchen? That's the key thing that we need to be looking at when we're doing this. So if it's Gretchen, given the picture, we're going to say it's Geraldine Wallace blackmailed that to ensure that she and someone else would, and specifically it was to win, because they really wanted that day pass to the botanical gardens. However, there was a whole lot of issue with Gretchen Tink couldn't sleep due to, we have Alice Campbell's snoring. So her room was switched too soon. So it was switched before they could win, which caused Gretchen to win instead of Geraldine. And then when Gretchen refused to give up the day pass, Geraldine blackmailed Jordan to ensure that Gretchen would win the bingo game. So during the game, Geraldine accused Gretchen of cheating because she had the pass, but part of the rules is that would have gotten then Gretchen banned, which that in turn led to the fight, which revealed that Geraldine had multiple boyfriends. And so they were cheating, so it doesn't really matter because then she would not be able to go anyway. It doesn't really matter. I mean, if she won the pass, then she'd have to pick one of them. And it's like, how are they not going to know that, oh yeah, by the way, we're also doing this one. So she wanted to take, I believe it was Calvin. Yeah. Geraldine was furious that her raffle plot didn't work out. To get back at Gretchen, Geraldine decided to get her banned from the rec room by framing her for cheating. Even if Jordan spilled the beans, Geraldine knew Gretchen would look guilty since both blackmail letters benefited her. Unfortunately for Geraldine, her plan was also led to her secret boyfriends finding out about each other. So, yeah. Kind of that reverse Uno card for Gretchen there. It looks like there are 3 employees, 6 residents, and 1 guest. Parts of several employees' names can be found at their workstations. Other parts are found inside a resident's room and in the library. Take note of who's wearing hearing aids and who snores. The library checkout log is a great way to narrow down residents, compare what they chose to check out and those items and details in their rooms. Comparing handwriting will be helpful in identifying 2 people. Bridge is a card game played with partners. Looks like certain residents usually play together. 2 of the residents are siblings. 1 of the residents is related to a member of staff. Didn't a letter somewhere mention a niece? Gigi is probably Gretchen or Geraldine. C-Lane is a bridge partner of someone who loves games. The newest resident is related to the visitor Joe L. The staff member at the podium is not the game leader. Sam is the niece of someone with many boyfriends. Perhaps they have the same last name. The first name of the newest residents can be found near a vase of flowers. CPAP machines prevent loud snoring. Calvin likes to listen to music. Cross-reference the letters found in each room and take notes of nicknames, hobbies, handwriting, and other identifying details. Bridge players might have cards in their room. A. Campbell's book from the library checkout log is in her room. The winners of the raffle tickets were the residents of 101 and 102, but do they still have the tickets in their rooms? A lot of the room switching is going on. Take notes of who switched with who. Clues are in letters and emails. When the siblings switched rooms with each other, another resident could no longer sleep due to noise. What happened? It looks like there's been accusation of cheating made in the rec room. Some clues about what might have happened can be found in someone's trash. Some clues about the motive are found in various letters in resident rooms. It looks like someone has been stealing snacks out of the residents' rooms. It looks like most of the residents like to use the typewriter to send each other snail mail. You can narrow down who might have sent the blackmail notes by eliminating the 2 residents who never used the typewriter. Somebody's snoring ruined the raffle ticket plan. It seems like the wrong person won one of the raffle tickets and refused to give it up. It looks like someone has multiple secret boyfriends. It looks like the bingo game was rigged in someone's favor. It looks like the person accused of cheating is going to be banned from rec room games, as the employee handbook details. And now we go to the final one. This little guy. Investigation 10. A graduation to remember. Alright, so here we can change the time to 6 p.m. and 6:30. So we have my wrist kind of hurts. We have a diploma, a pair of torn pants. Are you okay, hun? So something happened and it looks like he got hurt. Did you see that? 47th Annual Mapleton Elementary Program Graduation Program. Opening ceremony by Melanie Jenkins. A royal retirement. A short play. Commencement graduation ceremony. Closing statement by Melanie Jenkins. Sponsored by Tripped, your one-stop trip advisor app. And then we have here, who raised that child? I'd be so embarrassed. You have over here, gasp with a couple of chewed crayons. All right, so let's go back and look. We've got classroom. Desk assignment notes. Best friends can't sit directly beside or in front of each other. The king and queen of troublemaking must be closest to my desk. Put Bailey and Lyle in the middle seats. Cat lover needs an end seat. Put Marley between Houston and Bailey. A quiet crayon chewer cannot be near the cubbies. Put Houston in the back row away from the troublemakers. Tina likes to be by the door. Kat and Colin probably need glasses. Don't put Damien next to his crush. Duncan is a terrible influence on Lyle. Keep them apart. I will say that there is an art to creating seating charts where you minimize distractions and maximize the learning ability while also keeping people that can't stand each other apart, as well as keeping people that will not stop talking from sitting next to each other. It's an art form. Ms. Jenkins, I appreciate you letting me know about the behavior changes you've been noticing in my son. I'm truly sorry for any disruption our son has been a part of. He's had some trouble making friends, so I think he just wants to look cool. We had a nice talk with him again, and I think we got through to him. I know there aren't many days left in school, but please let us know if things don't improve. Sincerely, Ms. Tink. I was so scared Kathy washed the Times. First they hid, and then they followed. When the mysterious package is dropped off at Detective Harvey Poole's office, he immediately suspects someone from his past. Will a dark secret finally catch up to the famed sleuth? Check out the previous Detective Harvey Poole novels, Nothing to Lose and Switched at Birth. Ms. Jenkins, I am very shocked that you sent home yet another behavior note with my daughter this week. It's the last week of school. I threw it in the garbage without even reading it. That tells you everything you need to know about the parent-child dynamics. Right there, that sentence. At home, my daughter is an angel, yet I am supposed to believe she's magically transforms into a big bully when she steps into your classroom. You've accused her of picking on almost everyone. I think you are the one picking on her for having a little fun with her friends. I've spoken with her parents too, and we will be complaining to the principal, Ms. Watkins. Yeah, you are the problem. You teach, you smile, you care. Ms. Jenkins, I know my son wasn't the easiest child in class to handle, and unfortunately inspired others in his class to behave the same, so I just wanted to express my gratitude for your patience and grace with him. His father has always been a prankster, and I'm afraid the apple didn't fall far from the tree. Thanks again for wrangling our little rascal, Ms. Atkins. And that's why we call you the best teacher ever. Okay, we also have student of the season, summer, fall, winter, and spring. We have summer and Bailey. Fall, we have Lyle. Winter, we have Houston. And spring, we have Kat. Did we actually get... Yeah, we can start to put some of these in. Such as Houston. Who else did we have? Bailey. We had Kat and Lyle. All right, then we have over here, we have a pink feather. So we have, when I grow up, I want to be my dad. My favorite food is chocolate. My favorite person is cat. My favorite color is blue. When I grow up, I want to be a dog doctor. That's called a vet. My favorite food is pizza. My favorite person is my BFFs. My favorite color is pink. Burley, today's drawing, me and my friends. Me, right here. Houston. Okay, we have, when I grow up, I want to be police. My favorite food is apple. My favorite person is M plus B. My favorite color is blue. I'm guessing that's Marley and Brentley. Yeah, I'm willing to bet this is. So this is Brentley, this is Marley, and this is whoever's here. Lyle, Houston, Bailey. Today's drawing, me and my friends. We have another thing of Cat and Colin. Colin likes cats. Do you have any changes? I don't think we have any changes in here. So, really cool little classroom, after hours classroom. All right, so we have a class behind the stage, a royal retirement, create your own silly play synopsis. The king of the jungle is ready to retire, but who will become the next leader? To make this important decision, the king decides to gather all his favorite animals in the kingdom and have them take turns striking their best pose on his throne. Whoever looks the coolest will become the next leader. Work with your students to create silly dialogue and judge who struck the best pose. Characters: the king, Marley, Damien, or Houston. The brown elephant, 3 testy tigers, 3 cheesing cheetahs, 2 zany zebras. Apart from the king, each character will need a fun addition to the provided costumes, like a hat from home or a craft made in class, plus a pair of cool sunglasses to put on when they sit on the throne. Send details home to parents. Throne pose order. One of the zebras is last. The brown elephant goes first. None of the cheetahs pose directly before or after each other. The second tiger to pose has a 3-striped tail. Bailey goes directly after Marley. The animal with the 2-striped tail goes directly before an animal with a 3-striped tail. Colin goes fourth. So here we have Colin goes fourth. I love when they tell you that. One of the cheetahs is second to last. Character and prop notes. Cat and Duncan do not want to be cats. Lyle and Colin want to be cats. Duncan and Tina want to wear hats. Tina and Brentley want to be something with stripes. And something that's really cool, you'll notice that there's circles here. Well, we get to also load in the character portraits of these kids as well. So one thing I recommend is taking a screenshot of this and also take a screenshot of this one. Will help you with the throne pose order and who sits where respectively. Okay, that takes us back to here. So we need to go back in time and see what happened. So we have a bouquet of paper flowers. Whispers, I can't believe that happened. Uh-oh, she's getting mad. Everyone get backstage. That was not part of the play. We have now even louder toot bag. Stop laughing. That's mean. So someone did not like that. But the elephant is laughing. Did we get everything? Oh, here's someone else in the... Yeah, someone else is laughing in the thing. In the audience. So they all took turns on the throne. And here's where you get some of these where like one of them is like 3 stripes and 4 stripes. And you've got cheetahs, some 2 tigers, 2 elephants, and a zebra here. I don't believe there's not any changes in the classroom at night. But here we do have 3 together. And this has got a tiger with 2 stripes. Wait, it has to be you. Ooh. Huh? So whoever this is, they're the person that's going to be doing something. And then we've got this one, but I'm not seeing any differences. So with that, we're going to go through, I'm going to do again whole bunch of really deep analysis. For the seating chart, because we do have everyone here. For the seating chart, we need the two people that are, well, all right. So things that we need for the seating chart. We need to put Bailey and Lyle in the center. Cat lover needs an end seat. The biggest cat lover was Colin. So I'm going to put him over here because the two biggest troublemakers need to sit closest to the desk. And that is Duncan. Hold on, we're gonna. That is Duncan and Brentley. And then Kat and Ty and Colin need gloves. So we're gonna put there. Now Houston needs to be as far from troublemakers as possible. Tina likes to be near the door, so that's as close as we can get to the door. And then yeah, then we'll put Damien here. And who am I missing? Marley. All right, so for that, now we come up here. Duncan. Tina. Colin was just with the cat. And this is a matter of you're going to be going through and looking at faces. And then we have Brentley. But now we need to have the pictures. So for that... So Kat and Duncan want to be cats. Wait. Sorry. Kat and Duncan do not want to be cats. So they are going to have to be either be zebras or elephants. So we'll put... that Lyle and Colin want to be cats. So if we have... yeah, so like Lyle and Colin, we're just going to put some ones. I don't necessarily know if they're... I don't know if I placed them as tigers yet. Duncan and Tina wear hats. And Tina wear hats, so that's the only other hat that we've got. Tina and Brentley want to be something with stripes. So this one can't be, so we're going to put that one there. Tina, and then Brentley wants to be something else with a hat. Sorry, Duncan. Tina and Brentley want to be something with stripes. That's what it is. Okay. So at that. What if put that there? And then some of it's going back and forth. With who they are in here. And learning all the drama that goes in. So we're gonna flip some of these around. Alright, and throne pose. One of the zebras is last, which means it has to be either Cat or Tina. We'll put Cat last. The brown elephant goes first, which is Duncan. None of the cheetahs pose directly before or after each other. So one would have to be either second and third. One would have to be fifth and sixth. And one would have to be 7th and 8th. So we could do like Houston, Marley, and Brentley. We could do that. Because Colin has to go 4th. Bailey goes directly after Marley. Yeah, so if we have the animal with 2 stripes, tail goes directly before an animal with a 3-stripe tail. So that goes into like analyzing which one the cheetahs is second to last. So there's there. So we'll put Lyle here and we'll throw Tina right there. All right, now we get to figure out what happened. So during the play, Lyle hid a tote bag on the throne, which embarrassed Brentley because she was next to pose. Then during the ceremony, someone I did not alphabetize these. Tripped Lyle and embarrassed him too. So who would have done it? So if Brentley embarrassed, who might have the most to gain? So come here. We have that. So there's 2 people that I feel like would go with. One is Marley and the other is If not her, then it would be Tina. What befell Lyle? Lyle wanted to look cool in front of Duncan, the class prankster, so he snuck a tote bag onto the throne after he took his turn. Brentley, the class bully, was humiliated when she sat on it, and everyone laughed. So she planned to trip Lyle at the graduation to get even. However, since Lyle wouldn't have to walk in front of Brentley or Marley, Tina had to actually do the deed. That sounds like karma is what that sounds like. Here's who. Start with the bulletin board in the classroom. The cubbies hold important clues. Pay close attention to what's in each one. Figuring out the seating chart will provide additional clues. Figuring out throne pose order will provide additional clues. The pink feather in the desk points to a particular costume. The flower in a certain cubby points to a certain prop. The drawings in 2 cubbies point towards prop choices. Who sits where? All the clues you need to solve this puzzle are in the classroom. The cubby will help you identify who the cat lover, best friends, and crayon chewer could be. The kid who needs glasses will probably be sitting in the front row. There is 1 male and 1 female troublemaker in the class who must sit in the front row at one of the 2 desks in front of the teacher's desk. Therefore, anyone who is supposed to be in the back row or in the middle can be eliminated as troublemakers. 1 student is never mentioned by name in the notes. The cubbies will help you find that name. Someone is noted as being a bad influence. Perhaps that child is a troublemaker. The students chosen for Student of the Season are probably not troublemakers. Throne pose order. Solving who sits where. Puzzle first helps you identify certain children's costumes. The props the children are holding or wearing will help identify who is wearing which costume. The king does not take a turn posing on the throne. Cat and Duncan must be dressed as a zebra or elephant. Lyle and Colin must be dressed as a cheetah or tiger. Tina and Brinley must be dressed as a zebra or tiger. Duncan and Tina are the only 2 kids wearing hats except for the king. Each child is only supposed to put on their sunglasses when they sit on the throne. Pay attention to who is wearing sunglasses and who isn't. What happened? What happened during the play led to what happened during the graduation. Someone was embarrassed by something that happened during the play. Someone was embarrassed by something that happened at the graduation. A toot bag makes a fart sound when sat on. It looks like children backstage might be conspiring. The person who placed the toot bag sat on the throne directly before the person who sat on the toot bag. Figuring the throne pose order will help you figure out who placed the toot bag and who sat on it. The child crying at the graduation seems to have torn the knee of his pants and hurt his wrist. What might have happened to him? The person who sat on the toot bag can't be the person who tripped the crying child. Who else could it have been? She set me up somehow, some way. I just know it. That bathtub. So trauma. Can you believe such incompetence? At least they didn't break it. I worked so hard for my prize. I'll never be a boss babe now. I don't think your dad will ever like me either. That poor, that's the real tragedy of the day. I really thought he cared about me. I guess I've made my share of enemies too. That really was the worst day ever. Roll credits. This was a labor of love from a husband and wife team. This was a really cute game. I'm hoping to see other stories set in the town, maybe around town, and maybe you're having to do like an investigation or something. And this is a really cool mechanic, really cool game. I've enjoyed this. I played this through actually a couple times now. And every time I'm finding something that I didn't see earlier. So it's there's a lot of hidden depth to some of it, and some of it you really have to think. this has been the case of the worst day ever. I think Thumper would agree. So thank you for watching. Have an utterly fantastic day, and see you next time.